Hey guys, welcome to our podcast where it has to be said.
My name is Elvis.
That's how long it's been that we haven't spoken. So we're just gonna leave that
Yeah,
as
yeah,
that.
yeah.
We're gonna leave it as that. My name is
And
Elvis.
I'm Denise.
It's been a while since we've spoken. Since
It's been 3 weeks. It's been 3 weeks since
no, we haven't recorded longer
it's
than that,
been three
babe.
weeks.
No longer. We on vacation for 2 weeks, and the whole camera situation and all of that. The wedding.
I think
We
it's
haven't
been
been.
3 weeks.
It's been longer, but it's
Cause
okay.
we ended up having to our last episode. We had to send it out only
Well,
through
that doesn't count
Spotify.
because they did not see us. Now
I
they
know
they
we
were
had to
able to.
redo that one with the camera on.
Yeah, so it's been a long journey. If
Yes,
you
a
haven't
long
listened to
time.
what happened, long story short, Denise messed up the lens and the other camera.
She did.
Uh,
She did. Shout out to Isaac,
yes,
who helped us. I think his IG is Isaac J Productions, if
we'll
I'm not
tag him if
mistaken.
anything.
So shout out to him for solving the issue that it was that somebody messed up the
He
lens.
didn't mention your name, which is good, so you shouldn't be mad at him. But we messed up the lens, so
Yeah.
we're recording for the first time with this lens and with this camera. Because again, thank you, Isaac, because this is all recommended by him. This camera is gonna be specifically for the podcast, and hopefully soon we'll have two more cameras. And my other professional camera is gonna be just for me in photography. I'm the only one that's gonna use it. So
Meaning Denise is not gonna touch it.
listen, but thankfully we have the setup. We're ready to record. We took some time off. We just got back from vacation. I believe it's like 10:30 at night right now, right?
Yeah.
So in the midst of everything, we're still doing a whole bunch of stuff. We just got back from Puerto Rico.
I've missed recording.
Me too.
I really do.
We have a lot of things to talk about. This month was supposed to be about finances. We had a guest that came to the house to talk about finance that we're going to leave for later on. So, I mean, we have a lot, but thankfully we're here.
Yeah. So I think like our finance talk is gonna like bleed in over into a little bit of September.
Yep.
But we just wanted to do a catch up because a lot's been happening. My mom was married. I officiated her wedding. I officiated our friend's wedding this past weekend in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, it's a good time.
So if you need an officiant, I'm your girl.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. It's a little nerve wracking, like a little bit of pressure, but I think it was fun.
Yeah, we had a good time.
Yeah.
Especially in both parties, we had a good time with your mother and in
It
Puerto
makes
Rico.
it easier when you know the couple already. So when you're writing your speech, you can make it a little bit more personal than someone you may not know that it might be difficult to.
And it was cool because it was a destination wedding too.
Yeah.
So we did it in Puerto Rico, which we planned our vacation based on we were gonna have that wedding there as
Yeah.
well.
I
So
could legit bring Ashley in for an episode and she can legit share her story, like her experience about destination weddings. If whether with what is
I'm
it
pretty
worth
sure it was a
it?
headache.
Is it not worth it?
Thank
All the
I don't know
headaches
if
and stuff.
Ashley's gonna look at this video, but thank you for not including me in the wedding because I didn't have to go through any headache at all. Which was, I mean, I was the MC. One of them was Simone, but I'm just happy I wasn't involved in
Yeah.
those headaches.
Yeah.
But
It was
we had a
good.
good
I
time.
had a great time. It was
Yeah.
fun. And we enjoyed vacation. So I actually told Elvis, I said, let's talk about vacationing. But before I didn't tell him, before I get into that, there's a lot going on in the world. But for those who may not have seen, there's a lot going on in Hawaii. So I just wanna, you know, encourage you guys if you have the ability. There's, the Maui County Strong Fund. There's a different number of funds and foundations available to help support Hawaii in the disaster that they had with the wildfires, and support for those who have had losses and may need financial support. I just wanted to throw that in there since we are going to talk about vacation. I'm like, I didn't feel good talking about vacationing and not keep in mind that there's people's homes that we usually vacation to that are
Going
affected
through
and are going through a rough patch.
our
But
prayers to you guys and to the family over there.
families
Yes.
is the whole city. So yeah. But I was like, you know what? This is the perfect time to talk about vacation because a few weeks back I actually had did like some polls on IG and I asked like random questions about vacation. So
Mm-hmm.
like 42% of the people that answered had gone on vacation outside of the U.S. 73% spent over 1,600.
Mm-hmm.
44% of them did 5 days to a week. And 57% of people take 1 to 2 vacations a year, and 50% of them paid cash, and the other 50% paid a mix of cash points and credit cards. So I wanted to talk about a little bit about the vacations, like the importance of vacationing, but also the reality of the financial expense that comes
Absolutely.
with vacationing. Do you feel like a vacation is necessary?
I think is definitely necessary. But you also have to be wise about it,
Yeah,
meaning you have to have it within the budget because I mean the worst thing you want to do is go on a vacation broke, right? So you have to strategize if you do have money and if you don't have money, listen, look for a part-time, look for a side hustle, try to get some extra income at least for that particular vacation, right? Or anything that you have, any goals or dreams that you want to save up for, right? Usually I would work a second job or some type of hustle, retail,
mm-hmm,
whatnot in the holidays just because they're always hiring temps and it's easy to get in there because
yeah,
usually I got a good resume to work overnight, work on the stock room or something like that. And that money is usually used for gifts, for a giveaway, to kind of catch up on bills and stuff like that. I don't always do it, but I like to do it here and there. So I think somebody that's trying to go on a vacation and it's a little tight in the budget,
yeah.
there's a lot of things like there's things to do to make money nowadays, like a lot.
Yeah, but I also think it's what you define as a vacation, right? Because for me, time off is a vacation, right? Time vacations for me is any time that I'm off
Yes.
from work,
Hmm.
right? That I'm
That's kind of
disconnected.
staycation for me because
Well,
it
that's a staycation if you're staying here, but if
correct.
I go even across the bridge to Jersey, that's still some form of vacation, right? Um, and I think that's one of like the even the basic part. It's kind of defining
Hmm.
for you and your family what a vacation is. What does it look like? Does it require to be outside of the state of New York, or outside of the United States?
Hmm.
Um, and then that'll help trickle down and determine what other everything else that comes with a vacation. Because I think sometimes we kind of get caught up in what we see in social media. Like I have friends that are, travelers. Like they go to other countries in the world and whatever, and they get to do that yearly,
Hmm.
frequently. I don't got the budget like that either. So I
Or the
have to
time.
be aware of my finances and be realistic of where I can vacation to. So for me, it's like, I try to go to somewhere new. So I'm okay with even if once a year, like last year, we went to Mexico, right? The year before, I got to go to Dominican Republic. So those little things to me make me happy and feel like a vacation because I get to try a new place.
Yeah,
Do I aspire to go to other places?
absolutely.
Heck yes.
This is an opportunity for any sponsor that out there that wants to sponsor our next vacation. We have Costa Rica that we want to go to.
Thailand
We want to go to Thailand. We were supposed to go this year for our 15-year anniversary. Yes, guys, we have 15 years married
in
as
November.
of November 7th of this year. We're not going to go because we're going to be responsible adults and not go in debt to try to get a vacation. We have other projects,
Yeah. Well,
other
we did
things.
other projects with
Correct.
that money
Correct.
for the home.
Yes.
We decided
So
that that was a better
our
investment.
responsible selves is gonna be like, hey, listen, this is not a good time to budget it. We have another wedding that we're gonna go to.
Your
Hopefully,
girl had the whole itinerary down packed. I
yeah,
had the places we were
it's
going
gonna
to,
happen. It's just
everything.
we also have to be responsible. Again, we go back to saying, hey, listen, we got to be responsible financially. You don't want to get in debt just to kind of go to another country and then come back and get stressed again. I mean,
Yeah.
it doesn't make sense. You want to go back and come back recharged. We went on vacation. We didn't get in debt because we went on vacation and we came back recharged. We're ready for you guys to do videos.
Yeah.
We're ready to serve. Look, this weekend I have a retreat in the men's ministry in my church. I got to give the word on Friday night. So I got to prepare myself for that. That's why I'm like, hey, babe, let's just record today.
Mhm.
Tomorrow I got to prepare the message for the following night. So it's
Yeah.
like time flies so fast that you have to take advantage for every particular moment, every single second, but also be responsible of your time, right? Like
Yep.
spend it wisely, spend your money wisely and with those that actually matter the most.
Yeah. So one, define what vacation is. Two,
It's crazy because going back to there's probably people that haven't even got out the country.
well, there's people that haven't even gone probably out the state, which is okay. I'm not saying it's not okay. It's a bad thing, but I also feel like
I
it is
think it's a bad
possible.
thing.
Huh?
No, it's okay.
No, to each your own. There's people that financially. There's people that.
If you can't do it financially, I understand, but there's money to make out there. I mean, there's things to hustle and make money. You should that shouldn't stop you. Your mentality should be okay. What do I have to do to
Mm-hmm.
accomplish this, right? And let's just say you say, "Oh, I'm not to go out of state. I'm not to go out of the country. Out of this." Have you ever done it?
Yeah.
Right? If you
Yeah.
never tried it, right, you're not gonna know if you like it or not.
Yeah.
It's
Or
like
it's too
cruises,
expensive.
right? A lot of people are like, oh, cruises, I'm not into that, this and that. Have you tried it? No, because I know I'm gonna vomit. Have you tried it? So it's like you gotta
Yeah.
give the try it once, and if it doesn't make sense, then don't do it again. But I'm pretty sure you're gonna like vacation. I mean, and I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure you're gonna
Going away.
like
You mean? Yeah.
going away, going to another country, learning a new culture, and just being out of the normal things in
Yeah.
life, especially if you live in a city like
Yeah.
New York City.
Well, you can also plan ahead, right? Like in the questionnaire that I asked, 50% said they plan in 6 months or less. So some people are just ready, like, they're ready
Last
to
minute,
last minute people. But you can even plan a year ahead
like
and
we're
start.
we're already planning our next year
Right.
vacation, literally.
So it's like you can plan accordingly, and there's certain things you can pay on a monthly basis. So it's not all a one shot
Correct.
of withdrawal from your accounts. Um, and I think that's also part of it. Like I think a perfect example is my mom. My mom for many years, my mom never vacationed.
Yep. Yep.
Right? She would take time off to be here, maybe go to Connecticut, like within the states here. And I remember in I think 2018, I'm like, Ma, let's do a trip. Oh, I don't know. I'm like, yo, let's do this. So
I remember.
we did Florida for like 5 days
Mm-hmm.
or 7 days. We did Florida for a week, and then we did a 4 day cruise leaving from
I had
Florida.
a blast.
And I searched flight information, the cruising, I did the pricing, I gave everybody a budget, and we did it. And after that, every year she's gone at least once or twice somewhere away,
Yeah.
because she was able to see, like,
Sometimes more, even. Yeah.
yeah, but she was able to see, like, oh, this is doable. Cause I'm like, how are you gonna be working? Like, I don't believe that you should be busting your butt 40 hours a week or more and not take time away to really enjoy the fruits of your labor. Like,
Yeah.
I cannot, like, I refuse to just work and that's it. I need to enjoy, like, some of it. If it's not gonna be in spending, splurging, and luxury, because that's not my thing,
Yeah.
I need to see it in some type of vacation or some trip or something. Like, I want to be able to see and enjoy some of what I'm making now, and not only focus on saving for the future. So since then she's been doing it, and it's been nice to see her enjoy. Like, we don't vacation, we only went like maybe once or twice together
Yeah.
afterwards, but it's nice to see her being able to do that,
We
right?
gotta go again to DR with her. That
Yeah.
time we had a very good time.
So I think that's another part of in preparing vacations is get yourself a time frame. Maybe if you can't this year, okay, what time next year can I plan, and what can I do that I can maybe do like a monthly payments plan.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously for the most part, flights are the one thing that you usually have to pay beforehand.
Yeah.
Even though I heard of of websites that have where you can do monthly. Um, but it's kind of like plan accordingly. Like, try to figure out what's in your budget, how much are you willing to spend, and then go from there, right?
Yeah.
Usually when I plan, unfortunately, because we have children, that also affects our trips, because we usually either have to take them, or sometimes, my lovely grandmother would stay with them, but I would have to again still plan based on, Ellie's school schedule. So I don't get to go that much off, like off season,
Mm-hmm.
how others who don't have children do. So look at off season times, check the weather and stuff like that. All that helps in determining like how much you're gonna spend. But
Make it a project, man. Like if you think you can't afford it or you just don't want to do it, make it a challenge to yourself. Like, listen, if the money is an issue, what could I do on the side? Uber Eats, whatever it is. I don't know, Lyft, Instacart. I don't know, do some cleaning on the side. Whatever it is to pay for the vacation and just pamper yourself a little bit,
yeah,
right? Because we all deserve a break. We all deserve time to recharge our batteries and see what's out there, to
yeah,
kind of disconnect from the norm as well. And if you're a couple and you have kids, if you could do a second vacation, I would recommend it. Even if it's a Friday to Sunday, Friday to
yeah.
Monday, um, to kind of leave the kids with a family member if you have somebody of trust,
Mhm.
right? And just escape with your spouse and just pamper you guys, right? And
Yeah.
just that could be even a close vacation. You could go across the bridge somewhere and just be alone. Let's go out on a date. Let's go out and sit down the park. It's just getting out of the norm and
Mhm.
kind of be like, babe, how you doing? How you feeling? And do something new.
Yeah. I think taking our little trips now here and there have also been very helpful for
Absolutely.
us. So that's why I'm a little bummed that in November we can't.
Hmm.
But it's
Unless again
also
another sponsor wants to sponsor.
for our 15th year anniversary. That's a big deal, guys. So I
Yeah.
just think, if anyone's out there listening, we'll put it out there. But I think it's an investment in yourselves and as partners to have that time away too.
And that's experiences of life that you're gonna
Yeah.
take. We look at pictures now when we went on vacation here, there. We look so different, right? And it's like, man, like we had a blast in this one. Oh, I remember this happened in this vacation. And every day, I
Yeah.
mean, you just enjoy those moments every time you look at those pictures as well.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to whatever future adventures we have, God willing, right? And
Absolutely.
it's God willing because you make plans and you never know what happened. I remember we had a cruise in 2020 and then that's when COVID hit. So that got
That got canceled.
knocked out and it canceled a lot of the trips. But
I think
um,
we were uncomfortable also like going because of COVID afterwards too. We were like, okay, let's just
well, there wasn't
hold
cruising that year
after a year it
at
took them,
all.
right?
And then after a year, and then it would require like everyone to be vaccinated, and we didn't
It
want
was too
to.
risky, yeah.
Yeah. And then you would get quarantined in the ship. That was just too much to deal with. So you have to be prepared because also mishaps can happen. And I think, that's another key point. So the first point is define what a vacation looks like to you.
Yeah.
Two is look for what's within your budget
Mm-hmm.
or find ways of making extra income to try to gift yourself that ability to travel. Three, be ready for mishaps,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
We had a mishap actually
We had
in
a
this
few.
trip. But financially, I'm speaking, we had one mishap, I think,
Yeah.
which was when we went to an island.
Yeah, Palomino and Icacos.
Yeah.
We had a
And
private boat that took us over to one of the islands in Puerto Rico, and yeah, it was. My father got so excited that he jumped out the boat and he had his keys. And I'm like, Papa, you got your keys on your waist,
and he went in the ocean.
and he went, yeah, on the beach. So he had to take them out and put them like in a sign that they had to dry out a little bit because
Yeah.
it was electric keys. So we were so excited today. We had fun. We enjoyed. And when we are on our way back, we were already
Not on
literally
our way back when we already arrived
arrived.
to
Yeah.
the bay.
He said, "Oh my God, I forgot my keys." So it's very expensive. The gas is very expensive for those boats. So the guy was like, "Listen, I'll take you back, but you got to give me $200." So what could I do? And I gotta be like, Papi, hey, you gotta give me two hundred
Yeah.
dollars. I had to pay for it. So I said, let's just leave everybody here. And meanwhile, the ocean was just crazy. It was
Yeah,
wild. It
because
started
it started
raining.
raining.
It was, I mean, the boat was just crazy, like the movies and stuff. So it took us 30 minutes to go and come back, but we were able to get the keys. I had to pay the guy $200, but I don't think that was my only issue. My issue was that the person that was with us left. So you guys had to walk to the Airbnb. the key wasn't working.
Oh
So we
yeah.
had to figure
Oh,
out
I
how the
forgot
key
that was
to
also
work.
part of the mishap too. The
Yeah,
key.
so eventually somebody came
Excuse me.
over and gave us a battery, and we were able to put the battery, and I was able to open it, make an operation, and finally the key worked. And when we went to the Airbnb, we all got dressed up to go eat and have dinner after the headache. I wasn't upset.
Mhm.
Not even of the $200. I told the guy, I said, like, I'm not gonna let this mess up my vacation. I'm just grateful I have the money to give to you,
Yeah.
right? And I was like, listen, let's just get ready. I want to have some good food, right? After all that headache.
Mhm.
So we all got dressed, and when we go to a car, the key wasn't working.
Again. Mhm.
So that's when I got a little frustrated because I'm like, man, now we're stuck. I'm probably gonna have to travel 2 hours away to get the other keys. But nothing. The car eventually turned on,
And we didn't have to
and
do any of that.
we didn't have to deal with that. But we just stood there, right? You
Yeah.
guys went and got some food and brought it back, and we didn't let that mess up the
Yeah.
vacation, anyways. But just be ready for those hiccups financially as well.
Yeah. Or
You
even
know.
with the cuz usually what we do now is when we're going to fly out, we try to park near the airports.
Yes.
So even going to the airport, we flew through JFK, and when we got to the spa, they're like, "Oh, it's an extra $10 per day." Um
Cash only.
Cash only. So we had to go to a bodega. Elvis had to take out the money and pay an extra $70.
And that was my mistake for not being prepared and having cash on hand, which I was
Yeah,
supposed to because I usually take out cash for the vacation. But we were so much in, again,
rushed.
we're always doing something. It's almost like
Yeah,
when we're not doing something, we don't want to do
yeah.
anything. So it's like,
So prepare for financial mishaps,
have cash.
especially if you're traveling internationally. And we only traveled to DR and Mexico, but you have to go through customs and stuff like that. So that also takes time from your trip, right? So because sometimes you think you're gonna land and just
Yeah.
get out of the airport. No, you got to go through customs and all that stuff. So plan those things and be prepared that sometimes there's gonna be certain wait times that you're gonna have to have.
You know where I want to go to again? Vegas. We
That
had
was
a
fun,
good.
but that's right there. But
That no, but I'm just saying that was a
yeah, that
fun
was a fun
trip, and you
trip.
were pregnant. That
Yeah.
was a good trip.
So, prepare for mishaps. What else can we say about vacationing?
Be prepared if you have family that lives in the island or lives wherever you at, that you have to separate time for your family, right, that lives wherever you're traveling, and you have to separate time for the actual family that you're taking over there, right?
Mhm.
I have a lot of family in Puerto Rico where we had to spend some time with that, but I made it clear to my family. I'm like, hey, listen, Friday to Wednesday, we could all chill. But after that, I'm leaving with my daughters and my wife
Yeah.
because we also deserve a break from everybody that we do know, right? And that we
Mhm.
could just sit, relax, and enjoy our own vacation,
Yeah.
right? So I think that you also have to put those boundaries and kind of checks and balances to make sure that, no offense, but, because I think that when you go to places where you have family, people think that you're just going to be with them.
Yes.
And then if you don't spend time with them or you don't spend all your time with them, they feel offended that you're not with them. Again,
Mhm.
this is not to say my family because none of them reacted that way,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying in general, you should set up an expectation where, hey, listen, I'm going to where you live, but I'm only going to be with you this amount of time, right? Because you don't want to make them feel bad and you also want to spend time with them a little bit,
Yeah.
but you want to have a break from everything else as well.
Yeah, I think it was very important for us to have we only had really like 2 days.
Yep,
Not even 2 days. We only really had Thursday to ourselves, if
correct.
you think about it.
Yeah, because we had the wedding
We had
too.
a 10-day trip and only 1 day to our family unit. And I think sometimes people don't understand that, yeah, we live together, but in the day to day, sometimes we don't get to actually spend family time. Yeah, we'll watch movies. Sometimes we'll play a video game. I mean, play a board game, but it's not often that we get to do that time. We have
Yes.
to like be intentional and force that time almost when we're here because we're so busy working so many. Well, I work, crazy hours and whatnot.
I don't work, guys.
So no, you work, but you don't work overtime
Yeah, I
like
know,
I
I
do.
know. I'm joking,
You
babe.
know,
I'm joking.
um, I was about to say I do more. You saw that, right? That energy that came out of me. Anyways, so we only had that one time. But even my brother too came. He joined last minute on the trip, and I
Yeah,
said, "All
he had a
right,
blast.
you can come from Friday, but Wednesday we're sending you back home. You don't have to go home, but we're going our
We're gonna
separate
be alone.
ways to
Yeah,
have family time, which was very needed. We enjoyed it.
we did a lot. Like we were like, oh. It was almost like, yeah, this is vacation.
Yeah, because we got a break from everything. We didn't have no agenda. It was like, all right, what you want to do now? Okay, let's go to the beach.
Sit down the
Let's go to
beach.
the pool. Oh,
That's
you
it.
want to go eat? Okay, the girls want to nap? Okay, let's go real quick to get something to eat while the girls nap. Like, it was just so
Yeah, it was relaxing.
easy. It was us. That's how we are, like
Hmm.
pretty chill. Um, and I think that also with vacation is also if you have children is kind of planning activities and schedules
Hmm.
that also fit for them. I think Alina was a little bit um difficult in some parts, but it was because every time she got bored.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Sometimes,
any
yeah.
time that she was at the pool or
We
the
waste those
beach,
batteries. Yeah.
she was literally taking
I
naps
don't think
after
she
a
was
few
too bad in
hours.
this trip, to be honest with you.
She was all right.
What part you think she was a little bit like pain?
And she was aggressive with her sister.
Oh, but she's always like
She was
that. They're
non-stop
sisters.
talking either.
Yeah, they're
But
sisters.
plan activities that fit for them, depending where you're going. If it has a pool, like
Even the food, the restaurants you go to, everybody should have a pick. You can't go to a place where they only serve pizza and half of your family
yeah.
doesn't.
Or sometimes we what we did was like we'll get McDonald's or Church's
Yep,
chicken for the girls
yep.
before we went to eat, and then they just wouldn't eat. They would be chilling on their phone or whatever, and had
And we
maybe
would have
French
our
fries or
steak, our
something.
lobster, our
Yeah, and
shrimp
we were able
because
to
they didn't eat
eat
none of that.
chill. Yeah. So definitely kind of like planning food, activities, and the stuff you do around or considering the children. Cause like the girls especially like Ellie and Alina like the pool, right? So but Elvis likes to have
The
the
beach.
beach.
You don't go to Puerto Rico to go to a pool.
So go getting like a Airbnb that had it
Both.
was the beach right there, and then rest after the beach time. All right, come to the pool, or I would be with at the pool with the
We'll go
girls.
vice versa. We will go to one and the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So kind of accommodating that and considering that your kids might get bored or act up and want certain things, so kind of fitting it in.
And I think we shouldn't overcomplicate things. I think a lot of people don't take vacations just because they think it's a hassle. Oh, where I'm gonna stay? Is it dangerous? Oh, how about the transportation? Oh, listen, go get yourself an all inclusive and stay in one place if you're scared of the violence or
Right.
if you're a little bit nervous. Go over there and learn the culture. If you
Hmm.
see that when you go there that everything is not as bad, next time you go, rent a car
Yeah.
or have somebody a tour guide, somebody to
Yeah.
take you around, right?
And be kind. I think if you're kind, if
Absolutely.
you greet people, doesn't mean things can't happen, but I think overall if you go nice and you go respectful of people's homes and land and areas that you'll get further.
So far, we had well, Puerto Rico is like home for me. That's very
Yeah.
Americanized. But we always have a good time there, and I have a family car, so it's never an
Yeah.
issue. But Mexico, we did a Airbnb, we did resort, we rented our car.
We actually
It's
enjoyed more
it's
the Airbnb.
yeah, we did more than the resort. Mexico, they drive a little crazy, so if you're like me, I drive a little crazy, you'll be all right.
Yeah.
We had a great time again in the Airbnb. I liked more the Airbnb than the actual resort, to be
Me
honest
too.
with you. You were able to see a lot of more local shops and eat local tacos and your
Yeah.
mom and pop type of shops and stuff like that. DR, we stood in a resort, which was amazing. I mean, the
Mhm.
resort was everything. We didn't really explore a lot outside because you had so much to do in the actual resort that was you didn't really
Yeah.
need to go outside. They
Yeah.
had like what 10 or 8 restaurants in the facility,
I
right?
think so. I don't
Yeah, it
remember,
was
but
something ridiculous. You had the beach, you had the pool, you had activities. We did do excursions in DR.
mhm.
Yeah, so it wasn't bad. We didn't know much of DR, so that's why we kind of took the resort or
Yeah.
inclusives. That way we didn't have any issues. But I would do it again like that. Like I personally loved it.
Yeah, but I have my mind set on other places that I haven't been to.
Yeah.
So that's the next goal. But, point is take time off, right? I think that we are always on this hustle, which hustling is good.
Yep.
The Bible says it's a time for everything. It's a season for everything, right? And yeah, there is time to work. There's time to hustle and bustle, but give your time self sometimes to take a break, right? It's like how we spoke in the episode of Quality Check. Don't wait until your body tells you you need a break. Don't
Hmm.
wait until you get sick. Don't wait until you have I don't know, a panic attack or get anxious, start getting anxiety or lack of sleep, to say, oh, I need to slow it down. I need to take a break. Implement, be intentional by the time you take off, for yourself, for your family, for your health, for your well being, because the work is going to be there, right?
Mm-hmm.
I took those 10 days off, and when I came back, the work is still there, right? But God forbid something happens to you. You're dispensable at, am I saying the word correctly? Like, you're replaceable at work. You're
Mm-hmm.
not irreplaceable at home,
Mm-hmm.
right? So take care of yourself and give yourself time off, and start maybe locally. Maybe you need to start, if you haven't gone
Start at
anywhere,
home.
start at home.
Take off and stay at home.
Use
Don't
a sick day. I use my mental health days. I have no problem
To
taking
relax.
time.
Don't take a sick day to clean or to
Yeah.
do your errands. No, to relax. Enjoy who you are. Life is short. Today
Yeah.
you're here, tomorrow you're not, and you need to make the best of it. And again, you don't need to spend any money to stay home. Take a sick day. Don't blame me on your boss, but just take some time off to just enjoy life in general, right? Turn on some music. I don't know, cook some dinner or
Yeah.
order from outside, but just do something. Get out of the regular routine and enjoy life.
Give yourself a spa day.
And listen, if you're like what me, that I have a lot of family in Puerto Rico, you probably have family somewhere else. Call them up. If you don't have much money, listen, papi, tío, tengo for the flight. That's all I have. Could you pick me up and take a flight and go to the house?
Yeah.
You're probably not gonna have as much good time, but at least you got out of the routine,
Mm-hmm.
right? So enjoy, take your vacation.
It's necessary. Your well-being is needed, and it's possible, right? You're not always gonna spend crazy amount of money. A lot of people that spent over 1,600 in, like, the questionnaire that they answered, it was more because they went out of the U.S. So if you're going to another country, usually the flight's the most expensive, but a lot of those towns, hotels are pretty affordable. And travel. You can even travel with points. There's one thing that we do have and we have used and has been very beneficial, has been the JetBlue card.
Points.
No, but we had to get, when we got the card, they usually have like a promotion where you get like a bunch of points after your first, I don't know, $1,000 that you spend or whatever.
Yo, we promoting them? What? I don't know, sponsorship? What's going on here?
Stop it. I know.
JetBlue, you listening?
But there's point systems. Master it. There's YouTube videos of people who are so good at traveling with points. There's people better than we are in that. And we've had flights for free because of how many points we've
Yeah,
accumulated.
those are the
So
best.
there's ways around it, and it's possible.
Do your research.
Do your research, and take time for you. It's possible. I'm encourage you guys, if you haven't yet taken any time off from work in this year, do it.
Yeah, and if you don't have nothing to do during this time that you take off, go look at all the videos of It Has to Be Said podcast.
That's a good one.
Entertain yourself. We have over 20 videos. Listen, we're excited because we have a new camera, new lens. We have a lot of ideas, a lot of things that we want to talk about. To take out something good out of the bad, we don't have any limits on recording now. So I'm excited, man. I'm pumped. I'm ready to have a conversation with you guys. Soon we're gonna be doing lives as well. So stay tuned for that. Isaac is gonna help us out with the setup.
Is he?
Yeah, he is.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I told him. He sent me the list of things I need to buy. We're gonna buy hopefully new cameras as well, so we can have different angles and stuff. And
And
yeah,
I thank the people who have been encouraging me.
yes,
Lisi
yes,
is like, be easy on yourself. I think it's because we really want to make this work
yes.
and we actually enjoy it.
Comment below,
So
share, follow us on all
thank you
social
guys.
medias. It has to be said,
And it
and
will be said.
it,
And it was said. Like, I even forgot what.
we forgot how to close, but it was a good conversation. It had to be said. Take care,
Take care,
guys.
guys.